So,
Good evening, sir.
okay, yeah, good evening. Hope both of you are doing fine.
Yes, sir.
So, Manisha and Ratika, in the last discussing about the fixed capital method, right? We were talking about the formation of the capital account. And while discussing the formation of the capital account, we have already talked about that we have basically two types. Just a second, give me a minute. Yeah. So we have already discussed that we have two methods by which we can form a capital account. One is the fluctuating capital method, upon which we have already discussed few questions. Uh, uh, and after that, we started a new topic, which was formation of capital account based on the fixed capital method, right? So in the last session, we did few questions based on the fixed capital method. And I think I have given you one question for the homework as well, which I'm sure you must have tried and must have completed. Just confirm, I just want confirmation from you if you guys have faced any problem solving that question. Vanisha and Ritika. Kindly confirm so that we can proceed to the next question. Ritika and Vanisha. Am I audible, both of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, do you have any doubt, Vanisha and Ritika, with the question that I gave you as a homework?
Sir, I don't think you gave homework.
No, I think I have given a question for the homework. All right, never mind. Let me give you a reminder. Just a moment. Let me show you the question so that you will be able to recall. I think just a moment. Yeah, as far as I'm able to recall, we did a question based on this question number 29. And okay. Yes. I don't think you're right. I haven't given any question in the previous class. So, anyways, we'll start this session with this question number 30, and we'll try to prepare. Question is also based on the capital account. And in this question, we will be preparing the P&L appropriation as well as the capital account, both the current account and the capital account. So basically, we will be solving this question by the fixed capital method approach. Anyways, let me go to, basically, let me read the entire question for you once. Then we'll start the question, start solving it. So, see, it says Kabir and Zorawar and Paru are partners sharing profits in the ratio of 5:3:2. Their capital as on 1st of April 2020 was 5,20,320 and 2 lakh respectively. Partnership deed provide as follows. Kabir and Zorawar each will be getting a salary of 24,000 per annum. Sorry. Parul will be getting a commission of 2% on sales. Interest on capital will be allowed to both the partners at 5% per annum. Apart from this, partners will be getting partner will be subject to interest on drawing at the rate of 5% per annum. 10% of the divisible profit is to be transferred to the general reserve. Sale for the entire year is given as 50 lakhs. Drawing by each of the partners during the year was 60,000. And apart from this, we have been provided with the net profit of the entire year, which is 1 lakh 55,500. Based on the above information, we need to prepare the profit and loss appropriation account as well as the partner's current and capital account. So if question simply says that we need to prepare the current and capital account, that means we need to follow fixed capital method approach, right? So we will solve this question. I want you to start solving it because most of the things you'll be able to solve in this question. This question is pretty easy. Start with the P&L appropriation, both of you first, and let me know the divisible profit you are getting. On the meanwhile, I'm also solving this question, but I want you to attempt this question as well. Is that clear, both of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So the question is not.
Yeah, just.
So what is the rate of interest on drawings?
Interest on drawing is 5% per annum.
Okay.
Sir, I'm not getting it. Can you explain?
Yeah, just a moment. All right, both of you. So both of you are having difficulty solving this question. Ritik and Vanisha.
Yes, so on the debit side is more than the debit side.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
See, in this case, firstly, we have the net profit, available net profit is how much?
One
Net
lakh
profit is
50.
1,55,500, out of which we have to pay interest on capital and salary to the partner and the commission as well, right? And we will be charging interest on drawing as well. So first of all, we'll calculate the interest on drawing, right? Interest on drawing will be, since all the partners have withdrawn equal amount of money, so all the partners will be subject to 5% interest. And the date of drawing is not given, and whenever the date of drawing is not given, we calculate the drawing for the uh, for the half year only, right? So average the period will be considered as 6/12. So for all the partners, interest will be 1,500 each. And on the other hand, we have to pay the interest on capital, 5 lakh on 5,20,000, we pay 5%, which will be 26,000, then 16,000 and 10,000, depending upon their capital. And we also have to pay salary to the Kabir and Zorawar, 48,000. Right. Now, after subtracting all of these, the remaining value. But first of all, out of 1,60,000, we'll start subtracting 26, 16, and 10,000, 48,000. How much will be the remaining value after subtracting all of these? How much will be the remaining value after subtracting all of these? Do you have any idea? Any one of you have calculated this?
So 2 lakh.
2 lakh. How could it be 2 lakh? Out of 1,60,000, you need to subtract 26, 16,
No,
and 10,000, 48,000.
no, sir. All of them together, along
Okay,
with
you're
commission,
totaling
it's
the
2 lakh.
debits. Yeah, I got it.
Yes, sir.
Basically, you have total all the debit side values, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, first of all, see, looking at the question, it says that we need to create a reserve of 10% divisible profit to be transferred to the general reserve, right? But see, in this question, we don't have sufficient amount of divisible profit. So there is no need to prepare the reserve in this case. General reserve is only to be created on the divisible profit. But after subtracting all of these, like if you subtract 26, 16, 10,000 and 40, let me do this. Just a moment. Let me calculate the remaining value. Out of 1,60,000, before subtract 26,000, then subtracting 16,000, then 10,000, and then 48,000. All right. So the remaining value after subtracting all of these, after subtracting all this out of 1,60,000 is only 60,000. Got it? I have subtracted out of 1,60,000 all these values. So the remaining value I'm getting is 1,60,000 only. Right? Now see, we are still required to pay the commission to the partner, right? And we have to pay this, payment to the parallel by way of commission is 2% of the sales value. But if you'll calculate 2% of sales value, it will come 1 lakh. But we don't have sufficient amount of fund available. Out of profit, we need to pay commission only, right? We have only 60,000 profit available. that we will be able to pay as a commission. However, calculating the commission upon the sale, the total value coming up 1 lakh. But the thing is that we don't have sufficient amount of profit available to make this payment. And since we don't have sufficient amount of profit, we cannot pay more than the available profit. So what we'll do, we'll simply pay only 60,000. Now, there is an important thing. See, Parul's commission is not a charge against profit. All of these expenses are considered as appropriation of profit. Interest on capital, salary, Parul's commission, all of these are appropriation of profit. And if a particular expense comes under the category of appropriation of profit, then those expenses need to be paid only if we have sufficient amount of profit available. If we don't have sufficient amount of profit, we are not required to pay the excessive amount. Like if we have to pay the interest on loan, right? If we have to pay interest on loan or rent, interest on loan or rent is a kind of a charge against profit. It is an expense which is considered a charge against profit. And if a particular expense is a charge against profit, then irrespective of profit you have earned, you have to pay those expenses anyhow. But if we are talking about the those expenses which are considered as the appropriation of profit, those expenses need to be paid only if we have sufficient profit available. So now in this case, we have 1,60,000 of the total as the net profit available, right? Out of this, we need to pay all of these expenses, interest on capital, salary, all of these things. But we can only pay all these expenses to the extent of 1,60,000. So instead of paying commission of 1 lakh, we will just be paying 60,000 as commission. This is very important to understand. And therefore, I'm highlighting 60,000. We cannot pay more than this. Now, we'll total this side 1 lakh 60,000, and this is how we will be telling the profit and loss appropriation account. I hope this point is clear.
Yes, sir. So the
Okay, so
partners will not get any profit.
Yeah, in this case, partners are not getting any profit. Since we don't have any profit. There is no divisible profit. After meeting out the expenses, all the profit is absorbed to pay off the expense. So we won't be able to pay any profit to our partners. All right, so I think you will be able to prepare the partner's capital account for this question, right? There is nothing much important left in this question. I think you can easily prepare the partner's capital account. So I'm giving that part as a homework to you. You can try it on your own. Now we'll move to the next question. Question number 30 we just did, and I'm moving to the next question, question number 31. Question number 31. All right. This is a little lengthy question compared to the previous one. We have 5 adjustments in this question, which says, question says that X and Y entered into partnership on 1st of April 2018. Their capital as on 1st of April 2020 were 2 lakh and 1,50,000 respectively. On 1st of October 2020, X gave rupees 50,000 as a loan to the firm. So X is giving certain amount of money as a loan to the firm. As per the provision of the partnership deed, 20% of the profit before charging interest on drawing, but after making appropriation to be transferred to general reserve. Okay. Interest on capital at 12% per annum and interest on drawing at the rate of 10% per annum to be paid. Interest on capital to be paid at 12% per annum and interest on drawing to be charged at 10% per annum. X will also be getting a salary of 5,000 and Y will get a salary of 22,500 per quarter. So every year there are 4 quarters, so 22,500 per quarter. X is entitled to a commission of 5% on sales for the year worth 3,50,000. Fifth adjustment says profit to be shared in the ratio of their capital up to 1,75,000. So whatever the divisible profit that partners are getting, out of that divisible profit, let's suppose the divisible profit is 3 lakh, let's suppose. So out of that 3 lakh, 1,75,000 is to be distributed among the partners based on their capital contribution. So 1,75,000 will be distributed in the capital ratio. And the remaining amount of profit will be distributed equally. Balance is to be shared equally. All right. So I hope this point is clear. Next thing is that profit for the year ended 31st of March 2021 before allowing charging interest was 4,61,000. Drawing of X and Y were 1 lakh and 1,25,000 respectively. You need to pass the journal entry relating to appropriation of profit, prepare profit and loss appropriation account and the partner's capital account. So for this question, we won't be doing any journal entry. I want you to, for the time being, just ignore the journal entry part. However, the journal entry is easy, but we will just be focusing upon the profit and loss appropriation and the partner's capital account. All right. So for the time being, we are not going to pass any entry for this question. Now, summarizing the entire thing, basically this question gives us the information about the capital contribution by the partner, amount of loan given by the partner to the firm, and interest rate upon the capital that partners will be getting. Interest on drawing is also given, and their monthly salary is given. Commission is to be provided at 5%, which is upon the sales value is also given as 3,50,000. So all these information are given. We need to prepare the P&L appropriation. So I hope you will be able to prepare the P&L appropriation for this question, Ratika and Vanisha. So if yes, kindly start preparing the P&L appropriation for this question.
So, could
Yeah.
you explain the fifth
Fifth adjustment.
Like what are these?
So
Yes, sir.
fifth adjustment is basically is of use when once you calculated the divisible profit. After that, what do we do? What do we do with the divisible profit? What do we do with the divisible profit? We just distribute it among the partners, right? We distribute it among the
Yes, sir.
partners in the profit sharing ratio. That is what we usually do with the divisible profit. Now, in this case, what it says that whatever the divisible profit we are getting, out of that divisible profit, 1,75,000 is to be distributed among the partners in the capital ratio. Now, what is their capital ratio? Okay, their capital ratio, see, you can read the first line. In fact, in the second line, their capital contribution is given 2 lakh and 1,50,000. So that means their capital ratio will be 20:15. Got it? So whatever the divisible profit you will get, out of that divisible profit, you need to distribute 1,75,000. Let me give you an example. Let's suppose after subtracting all the expenses, the divisible profit you are getting for this question, let's say, is 4 lakh. All right. So what we usually do, generally, this entire profit is distributed among the partners in the profit sharing ratio, whichever is given in the question, right? But for this question, what does it say? It says that out of 4 lakh, the distribution should be made like this. Out of 4 lakh, 1,75,000 need to be distributed among the partners, but not in the profit sharing ratio, in the capital ratio, in their capital ratio. And capital ratio is given in the question. Their capital contribution is how much? 2 lakh and 1,50,000, I guess. Huh? So 20:15 is their capital contribution ratio. And the remaining part, how much is remaining out of 4 lakh? If 1,75,000 is subtracted from 1 lakh, so that will be, I guess, 2,25,000. The remaining 2,25,000 is to be distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. That's it. That is what the adjustment number 5 is saying. Got it. I've just given example. I've just taken a random figure here, 4 lakh. I'm not saying that you are going to get 4 lakh as the profit. I'm saying whatever the divisible profit you will get, Out of that, 1,75,000 is to be distributed among the partners in the capital ratio, and the remaining is to be distributed among the partners in the profit sharing ratio. Got it? I hope this point is clear now. Is that
Yes.
clear? Okay. So both of you, I want you to attempt this question. Everything else is easy in this question. I'm sure you will be able to do it. Just a moment. Yeah. Kindly solve this question. Prepare the profit and loss appropriation account. Start with P&L appropriation and accordingly proceed to the capital account. And I'm sorry for the bad camera. Actually, there seems to have some problem with my light. So therefore, you're getting a poor view of my camera. Sorry for that. Just let me know whenever you want me to switch to the next slide. Because the adjustment number 5 is not visible for you. If you want me to switch to the next slide, just let me know. Or else you can also take the screenshot of the 5th adjustment. Here it is. You can, for the time being, take the screenshot of this slide.
Done, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do it now. Done both of you, Banisha, Ritika? Done with the penal appropriation part?
So the last one.
Okay. Just let me know the divisible profit you are getting after completing the penal appropriation. Done, Manisha, Ritika? Having any issues with the PNL appropriation? Alright, let me show you the profit and loss appropriation for this question. See, in this case, we have this profit and loss appropriation account, and you must be getting divisible profit for both the partners, 1,18,125, and for Y it should be 93,125. Kindly confirm if you are getting the same answer, both of you, Ritika and Manisha. Kindly
So
confirm
my
if
reserve is, could you explain the reserve part?
reserve. Okay, you are not getting the right value for the reserve, right? Okay, so see,
Yes.
this is how we will calculate reserve. I think I should have a working note based on it. Just a moment. Okay. See, reserve is to be regarding the reserve, there was an adjustment.
So the working
Just a
group is
second. Yeah.
the interest rate.
Adjustment number one, I guess, right? 20% of the profit before charging interest on drawing, but after making appropriation of all other expenses to be transferred to general reserve. So see, general reserve, this is how we'll calculate general reserve. First of all, the total the credit side. So total of the credit side should be distant. Yeah. So total of the credit side is no, out of yeah, okay. So see, it says 20% of the profit before charging interest on drawing, right? But after making all other appropriation is to be transferred to reserve. So what we'll do, that means this profit 4,59,500 should be taken. And out of this, we'll subtract all other expenses for 42,000, 17,500, and salary 1,50,000. And whatever the remaining profit will be after subtracting all these other all these expenses that I have circled, like out of 4,59,500, out of this we'll subtract 42. 17,500 and 60,000 and 90,000. After which the remaining profit will be 2,50,000. And on this 2,50,000, we have made a reserve of 20%. That is 20 by 100. So the
Sir, I
amount of
got
reserve
it.
will be
My way of doing was correct, but I had a mistake in my calculation.
okay. Okay, no issues. So you just made a calculation mistake. Never mind. All right. So this is the amount of reserve, and after the reserve, the divisible profit, the remaining profit will be 3 lakh. Sorry, 36. Just a minute. Total profit should be total profit after subtracting all these expenses should be 2,11,250. Right, got it? 2,11,250. Now out of this 2,11,250, 1,75,000 need to be distributed in the capital ratio. So that means X is going to get 1 lakh and Y will be getting 75,000 out of 1 lakh, first 1,75,000, right? And remaining profit will be distributed among the partners in their profit sharing, in the equal ratio. So both the partners will be getting 18,125 respectively out of the remaining profit. I hope this point is clear. Kindly confirm, is this division of profit is clear or
Yes,
not?
sir.
Okay. So this is it. This is the most important aspect of this question. If you are able to understand this, then I think you must be able to prepare the P&L appropriation. And apart from this, you also required to prepare capital account for this question, which will be easy for you, I guess, since the fifth adjustment is clear for you. I think you can easily form the capital account for this question. And since this question does not specifically mention that we need to prepare which method we need to follow to prepare the capital account. So it is up to you which method you choose. Since there is no information regarding the current account in this question, so we can simply follow the fixed capital. We can follow this fixed capital approach. Or it is up to you if you want to prepare the capital account by following the fluctuating capital method, then also it is fine. Like in this solution that I have attached with the PDF, in this solution, I have followed the fluctuating method approach. So you can see the opening capital balances here in the capital account itself, and all other expenses I have recorded on the credit side as well. Right. And on the debit side, drawings and interest on drawing is also there. So I have followed the fluctuating capital method. But since this question does not specifically mentions anything regarding the method to be followed while preparing the capital account, you can follow any approach you wish. Right? Both of you, is that clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is all about the capital account. Uh, yeah, I'll try to assign few questions based on the capital account as well, so that it will be helpful for you to practice for your practice, right? So yeah, this is it for the capital account. In the next class, we'll be discussing about the calculation of interest and capital. So this is a new topic that we need to start. This is obviously it is part of this chapter only, but this is something different from the capital account that we were discussing from the last 3 sessions. So we'll be discussing interest on capital. So make sure you revise everything before attending the next session, as usual. This is it for today's class, Ritika and Manisha. We'll see you in the next class. We'll discuss a new topic